Jackie!
Perfect timing. What's up, Jackie? Good to see you, buddy.
Jackie?
It's been a while.
What's up, man?
Many moons.
Yeah,
Seen you in a while.
Still cooking?
Yeah, things are good.
That girl, she came on with all the good intentions.
I know. Jackie.
Oh, Jesus. Bobo's going to fucking chime in.
We've put the paper down the floor in case Bobo shits himself.
Jackie would be the least likely person I would expect to find on the Opie and Anthony show.
Why is that, Bobo? You're going to bring up, like, fucking
I
what?
don't know. I would be.
I just walked in here and you just start breaking my balls already.
Yeah,
I'm a nice enough guy to walk in here, see my friends.
That's right.
And right away, you're getting fucking
Bobo,
fresh.
we have no problems with Jackie the Jokeman whatsoever.
Why are you talking shit, Bobo?
Yeah,
No,
why are you
because
talking shit?
Well, I got the mad respect for Jackie. He's very funny, but I would be least likely to expect a guy that's become more associated with Howard to show up here.
Why?
We've had Howard guys on our show, Bobo.
Yeah, I know
I
that.
just did Jay Thomas. I have my own show on Howard 101. I'm a serious guy, and these guys are serious guys, and we're old friends.
Yeah, how about we yank
From many
Bobo
moons?
out of the studio?
No, I got good respect for Jackie.
Good respect. Not just respect.
Oh, no,
That's what we do for you, Jackie.
Wait a minute, wait. Did they just physically drag? You didn't remove him. You dragged him.
You can't manhandle a retard. It's just.
I didn't do it.
That should be a commandment.
I just said we need to get him out of the studio.
That looked very wrong to me.
Clubs out of Kenny.
That,
I
no,
instantly dragged him out of the
that was
the room.
horrible.
That really was bad.
Norton, that had nothing. I had nothing to do with that.
No,
you know that.
absolutely not.
I caused none of this.
No.
Nothing.
I walked in. They invited me. I walked in.
That was all
what
you
the
did.
hell have I done wrong? I haven't said anything funny. I haven't said anything dull. I haven't done anything except watch. Who is that?
Except for cause
Bobo.
you caused a retard to be thrown out on his ass,
Yeah,
man.
Jackie,
I
you
hope
should feel bad about yourself.
I hope Kenny didn't grab his arm by
we have
a couple of foot-pounds of pressure per square inch.
I just hope these guys don't say, "Gee, I'd like to see Jackie dragged out of the studio."
No.
Jackie, it's fine. He's cool.
Who is he?
He's just a guy that
He's a
comes
guy.
in every so often on Friday, and he
I
wants
went to shake his hand. It was like shaking a marshmallow.
Yeah.
I mean,
You don't want to. You shouldn't have shaken that hand. You don't
did
know where
watch
it's
it.
been all day. Sanitized.
Remember your years on Howard's show?
yes, I do.
You've seen a million of those.
Yeah.
So
one of
that
those.
was not one of you. It was one of them.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
That
That's
was
one of those.
your Opie and Anthony whack pack.
one of them.
Yeah, it's one of those guys. You know the deal. He's fine.
I noticed he had a comfortable chair, though. I noticed that.
I know, you're sitting on the shitty.
Yeah, he's got a chaise lounge. I'm sitting here.
Do you want to switch? You want to sit there?
No, fuck no. He was sitting there.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to
Only
share
the
that
best
seat.
for us. They gave us the best couch, man.
He may
Look at
have
that.
urinated. So,
Yeah.
hi, guys. I always wondered what was behind this curtain. The curtains are always closed. I wonder what the hell's going on in here.
Well, it's, Sirius doesn't like us having any kind of pornography on the screens with the windows open, and since we pretty much constantly have pornography on the screens, we have to keep it shut.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
You look very healthy. You look like you lost weight, man.
I
You're really
lost 55 pounds, and I'm ready for my close-up, and I'm having fun. I quit drinking a long time ago, and I thought that was going to be my deal with the devil. I was going to get a perfect body, and you forget when you quit drinking, you start eating.
Right.
So I was a big fatso. The best way to lose a lot of weight is to get real fat. So I was like 215, and in the summer, my girlfriend said, "You're too fat," and I just said, "Well, fuck this. I'm going to, all I did was ride my bike and eat like a human. All the billions of dollars on the stupid diets. The secret is to not eat a lot. They could spend billions of dollars and jump through all these fucking hoops, and it's just don't eat so much, and it falls off,
Where are you living? I met you, I think, once with Colin. Did you used to live in his building?
Yeah, we live together. No, we live in the same place, and I live out in Bayville on Long Island.
Oh,
on
you
the
still
North
there?
Shore.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I get, and I commute at night and smoke pot, and I got a great life. If I wasn't out of money, I'd have the greatest life in the world. I don't work, that Stern money will last forever. And you know what today is? Forever.
Forever. You made it to forever.
If you keep spending it, you wind up having less. Did you ever know that?
Yeah, it does go away.
I was
Fucking
making so
bullshit.
much money, and I know you guys can relate to this.
Definitely.
I was making so much money,
Keep talking.
and you spend it, and you have a great time, and then I quit my job, and I was like, well, I'll just change my lifestyle. You
can't.
And then you go out to dinner and say, well, I'll start tomorrow. And then you buy this. And I'm going to the Cannes Film Festival. It's cost me $1 billion. I can't. People's like, How do you afford that? I can't fucking afford it, but I'm going because I'm scared. I'm so scared I'm going to die with money in the bank. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, zero balance when you drop dead.
Yeah, I want to spend my last $20 tipping the guy as he throws me in the fucking hole, you know? But you just don't change your lifestyle. You just keep spending and spending and spending because it's fun, you know? But what's the sense of piling up some money if you can't go through the pile? You know?
How long did it take you to kind of go through it?
It's been like 8 years. I'm not quite done. I'm not quite done.
Jesus Christ.
You know, I made a real lot of money the last 2 years and a decent amount of money the 3 years. You know what I mean? I made very little. Everybody knows how much I screamed and yelled and bitched and walked out of the show to try and make more money. If I hadn't have screamed and yelled all those times, I would have never gotten into the ballpark where I was making decent money. You know? So I didn't make a lot of money for 15 years. I made a lot of money for 2 years.
I remember the For Our Own Purposes letter.
Oh, God, I went on.
That was a good
Do you
one.
Want to, the greatest,
his letters on the air.
The greatest negotiation.
It was great.
I don't... Stop me if this is too boring for your show, because I don't know your show.
No, don't worry about it.
I used to go on the road... And so I befriend everybody I meet. So I go to the affiliates, you know, and I'd always do shows. I was like the ambassador. I'd do stand-up anywhere because they always wagged a lot of money. And I was making enough money on the show. I didn't need to do stand-up. But, you know, you do stand-up for no money. All of a sudden they waggle money. Yeah. You can't say no because, you know, someday you're going to be where I am now, you know. So I go to this place, and the general manager becomes my friend, and he explains to me how much money they spend, and they tell me all the details. And it turned out that it was $250,000 to have the Howard Stern show. No matter how small you were, they didn't start talking to you unless it was $250,000. Wow. So I knew that that's how much they got per affiliate. So it came up time for my contract. I was making $300,000, and they offered me a 10% raise. Jeez. And I said, I don't want a 10% raise. And Tom Chiusano said, how much do you want? And I said, $100,000. And he fell off the chair. Now, this friend of mine said, listen, when you go on stage, you tell jokes. That's what you do. That's your job description. Your general manager, his job description is you walk in and ask for a raise, he falls off his chair. Yeah, that's his job. Now, since it had been 2 years since my contract, and we had added 10 affiliates. Now, I know that the smallest affiliate is $250,000, even though a bunch of them were a lot bigger. So I know there's 10 affiliates at $250,000. So I thought to myself, $10,000 per affiliate. Okay, that's 1/25th. I'm 1/25th of the Stern Show. I got to be, right? So I figured 10 new markets, $10,000 times 10, $100,000. Made sense. I go into Tom Chiusano. This is so fucking beautiful. I walk, and I love him, but I sat down. And he said, how much you want? I said, $100,000 raise. And he fell off his chair and he said, where did you come up with a figure like $100,000? I said, it's very simple. I know that every affiliate is at least $250,000. And I figure I'm 1/25th of the show, which is $10,000, times 10 affiliates, $100,000. And he looks at me and he goes, Jackie, 1/25th of $250,000 is not $10,000. I said, do the math. And he turned sideways, turned on his ladding machine, and did $250,000 in 1/25th. And his shoulders fell 3 inches. $10,000. It was the greatest negotiation. Because he didn't say, you're crazy, or that's too much money. He told me my math was wrong. And it wasn't. And he was like, well, you're going to go have to talk to Don and Mel, you know.
Yeah. Did you get it?
It's such a classic. I walked in, and Mel, I don't care if I should be talking about this. Mel wrote down the 5-year deal and added it up, so I'd be walking away from not that year's money, but the 5-year figure, which was staggering to me at the time. And I said, you know what? That's a beautiful offer, and I love it, and I love working here. But I drew a line in the sand for myself, and I said, if I can't make $400, I'm leaving. And I left. And
wait, Jackie, I got to jump in for 1 second. Someone has to say this.
He has no agent.
What? No, I don't care about that.
Should I not be talking about this?
Oh, yeah.
What? Oh, with the money thing?
No,
this is past stuff. He can talk about past stuff.
Fucking great.
Jackie, what I have to say is, because we've heard the rumors over the years, you were making only, I have to say it, only $300,000. You were a huge part of that show. And
no, this is not the last negotiation. This is a couple of negotiations ago.
This is earlier.
This is way earlier.
Even so.
Even so,
yeah.
I mean, it's more than reasonable to give you $100,000 is what I'm saying.
Sure.
I'm trying to stick up for you.